easy is it to get a visa to the exchange country from a member state, and what are the things needed?
Okay, so there's a special visa for Erasmus students. It's very easy. You just have to apply to the embassy of that country, whichever country you have selected. For example, if you're in Italy and if you want to go to Belgium, you just go to the Belgium embassy. There's a special quota for the Erasmus students. They know everything, how much time you want to live, what is your practice, everything they know. You just submit a few documents and you will get the visa. And a lot of fees of the visas are also exempted for the Erasmus students, because there's like a special discount for everything. There's a discount on Ryanair, which is a local airline here, so you can travel easily from one country to another. There's a lot of discounts in clubs, pubs, parties with your Erasmus card. So that's one of the other advantage. There's no visa application fees for Erasmus students, so that's also free. And then you also get a stipend every month, so that's also there. So Erasmus is very highly respected here in the Europe, and they give a lot of advantages for that.
That's cool. So next question. How long does it take and how much is needed to complete the visa application, especially coming to Belgium?
It was not long, because as I told you that you already have a European visa when you go from your first country, so you already have one European visa on your, so it doesn't take much time, because all the background check is already done. So it takes hardly a month or 20 days, I would say. If you want to go to another country, it's not an issue.
Awesome. Next question. How do you get the certificate of good conduct in Italy in order to process the visa?
So the police character certificate for Italy is, you can easily make for example, I was in Rome, so I can tell you that there's Castura, for example. It's called police station in Italian, so you can go there in Castura and they will make a good conduct certificate for you. So it's pretty easy. You just have to go to police station, apply for that certificate. They give it to you in 1 hour, charge 18 euros or 19 euros, something around that, but it's different for every country. But you just know that you have to go to police station, and that's all. It's not a big process or anything very difficult to get.
I like the way it's making it sound so simple and easy and just walking.
It is, guys. I encourage all of you to apply for this.
Yes, please do.
The only problem here is that you should get selected. You make your strong application. All of this thing comes after. Just make a strong application. Once you're selected, then you are on the go. Nobody can stop you. Sky is the limit.
Yep. You can go beyond that anyway. There's
to the
space. Yes. What is the best way to move your belongings from Italy to Belgium?
So I did, as I told you, with Ryanair, there's a discount for Erasmus students, so you can avail that discount. You can avail that discount 2 times, so 1 time for going and 1 time to come back. You have a ESN code. Every Erasmus student has their ESN code, and you can use that ESN code to easily get that discount. So that's one option. Another option is by train or Flixbus. So for example, if your distance is not so much, in my case it was a big difference, I took a flight. But for example, if you're going from Milan to Switzerland, so the distance is not so much, so you can always use train or Flixbus if it's convenient for you. I think train is most convenient. You don't have to pay for extra luggage, and then you can also sleep very well in the train.
And you know the exact time you're going to get to your destination, so just like set an alarm and sleep away.
And train stations are usually in the city center, so then it's easier.
Just
if you have a very big luggage, then just take a taxi from the station and just reach your accommodation. And other thing that I want to add here is about finding accommodation into the different places, because since you will be changing countries so many, so you have to be very proficient in finding a new accommodation. So there is a website called Erasmus. So I will also send her the link, and you will see it in the caption, Erasmus. And there the website is for Erasmus students moving from one place to another quite often. That can also be used by other students, but it's mainly for Erasmus students.
I'm jealous.
And always try to get a tip from my side. Always try to get accommodation with other Erasmus students so that you guys have a good life. Because if someone stays very far from other people, then he will just. So for example, somebody takes a private apartment, or if somebody takes a studio. If somebody doesn't stay in a student accommodation, then it will be difficult for you to mingle up and make friends and enjoy the culture. So always recommended to go into the student accommodation. There you find similar people likewise.
And have fun and travel and eat.
Yeah, because I've noticed that, for example, the people of this country, Dutch people, they don't want to involve or make friends with Erasmus students because they know that these people are just here for like a
temporary period.
And they already have a life. They already have friends.
The Dutch people, when it comes to friendship, they make their friends when they're in kindergarten. And from that time till they are old, these are the set of people that they're very close with. The rest of the meets in between is just that childhood friendship. It's very serious for them.
Oh, that's cool. So for and I think in any country, it's not just Belgium, but in any other country, people have their own life. Like you have in Nigeria or in East Africa, you have your own life, right? So if somebody will come in your life, you can entertain them for 1 day, 2 day, a week, a month, but not
6
more
months,
than that. So it's better to go with likewise people because, for example, if you want to even go traveling, so they are more interested in traveling than the local people over there because it's their own country and they have seen everything.
They've seen everything.
Or if they have not seen, they stay here, so they can go anytime.
Anytime, yeah. So like the urgency with seeing everything that is with Erasmus students, they really want to see everything.
Exactly.
They get to go around.
They want to go around. Like for example, in my case, we had a lot of plans every weekend, every night. So there's like this ongoing thing. So you don't feel alone, you don't feel lonely, depressed, or anything because you're in a new country. No, because you have a lot of people in your boat. Yeah. So just get on that boat and you will enjoy.
Okay. Community important.
And there is one very important thing about Erasmus is Erasmus babies. Do you know?
No.
So over the
like babies like girls or babies like children.
Yeah. So over the past few years, there has been a lot of couples in the Erasmus who meet in Erasmus and make their life after Erasmus, and then they make babies. So that's called Erasmus babies.
Like they have children. I have a couple in my house. Oh my god. What kind of accommodations are available in Belgium, and how much do they cost?
So there's simple formula for that. Just go into the student accommodation. They're relatively cheap than a private house. So I think a private house cost here for 500 and more, and the accommodation that I live in is 350. There are also accommodations for 400, 450, 500 if you go in the private studio and
markets. So studios are like from 400 and above. You see something good. Places are like non-studio, like you have to share kitchen and bathroom. You can see between 250 to 400. There is 250. Yep.
Where is it? I want to find. For in my mind, it starts from 350 and more, and but they're super nice, clean, good environment. Yes. So it's nice.
We're actually in one right now.
We are in a student accommodation right now. But do you know that Dutch people? Yeah, so the Dutch students don't use the kitchen a lot, so you have kitchen to yourself.
How do you people eat? Can you put that in the comment section?
Yeah. Do you know how do they eat?
Just warm the food, but how does the food get made?
That's a very tricky question. Maybe they go to their house every week.
Yeah, they actually do. Every Friday, you hear them dragging their boxes on the street, and they're going home, and they come back every Sunday evening or Monday morning, and full luggage.
Yeah, so there's an earthquake on Friday evening, and an earthquake and the Sunday evening coming back. Everyone's going with their
luggages,
luggage bags, and the roads in Europe are not concrete; they're rock.
Yeah, so you hear the sound. Next question. Particularly for Erasmus students, how do you get the Erasmus certificate to apply for visa, and how much is required to put in your blocked account?
So for Erasmus, there's no block account. So you don't need to any block account. You don't have to do any banking before you come here. You can always open a bank once you're here. But when you're not here, you don't have to open any block account. No money has to be saved. Nothing. So there are two things that you have to do. One is their certificate that would be provided to the university where you have got the admission. So for example, I was studying in Italy, but I got admission, like Erasmus admission for 6 months in Cayo Leuven. So I got proper admission letter from them. I also have the learning agreement that what courses I will study here as compared to what courses that I want to compensate in my home university.
Okay.
So there is a whole learning agreement of 5-10 pages. That's quite official document. It's signed by your university, this university, yourself as well. Then you have admission letter. That's quite a legal document. Then you have the scholarship letter from your university that they will pay you like 700 every month or 800 every month.
700 every month.
That's also one of the legal documents. So these three documents are very important for visa process, and it's quite simple. It's not the first time that you are only going this has been happening since 15 or 20 years now. So the visa officers quite know every detail about it, so they don't check much.
Great. Next question. What are the things to expect for the first couple of weeks in Belgium? And how does it compare and contrast to the life in Italy?
Oh, a lot. It's a big difference, and for me it was more difficult because I came from a non-corona period to a corona period.
Yes.
But for example, I would say that the first few weeks in any country, any new country, is obviously difficult. You need to figure out where is the cheapest supermarket, where is the bus stand, where is the where other daily life things are.
Yes.
If you want to rent a bicycle, then you have to look for a bicycle. For example, in my case, when I came here, I didn't have a pillow with me.
Oh.
So I was searching for pillow. I was searching for different things.
What did you
some
do?
utensils.
Wrap up your clothes and
Hema. Yeah, I did a lot of days for that like that. But yeah, I also had a pillow from the flight pillow, which is the neck pillow. So I used that also. It was enough. I think so there's different things in the first few weeks. Don't worry that I'm not getting settled or I'm not making friends. I think first few weeks are just to integrate into this new things and settle yourself, get all the necessary things that you need to have to make a life. For example, utensils, so you don't have sometimes frying pans, you don't have utensils in general. So
usually student houses always have this shared kitchen tools.
You can obviously share with others. You can use their utensils, but how long will you do it for? So it's always better to have a plate, a pot for yourself. Then if additionally you need something, then obviously you can use that. But
I trust Nigerians, they will come with everything. Even a stove.
In general, I think about the new city, you have to. So I use a lot of Google Maps, so it's easy for me. You can search, ask around. For example, I was asking in my first week about where's the cheapest supermarket or which is the good place for students.
So where would you say is the cheapest supermarket in Belgium? In Leuven?
Colruyt, I think.
Yes, correct.
So
Colruyt is your best friend. In fact, the price difference is so ridiculous. Come and find out yourself.
As a student, you cannot buy from Spar or Deleuze.
Deleuze, they're like Kingsway.
Yeah, they're super expensive. They're for
exotic world.
Exotic
people like Baba behind the camera. Oh, he enjoys living the big man life. If you see bread, €2.50, and you see bread 99 cents, you go for €2.50 because what? I don't understand.
Yeah, that's because you have excessive amount of money in your bank and you want to spend it.
You're like Gucci spender. Dorime.
Some people. Okay, so you just make yourself comfortable in the city. If there's some tourist attractions, you can go around and see that.
Always tourist
attractions. It's always to make yourself feel comfortable. Don't focus on making friends in the first week because that will not going to happen. And don't make yourself depressed on the fact
don't be so desperate. I don't think anybody wants to be friends with someone that wants to be friends so quickly and so fast.
Yeah. Like how SARS came in my life.
How the fuck you gonna get me a life? I'll beat you up.
I met her I met her in Cole, right? And she was like, let's be friends. Let's be friends. No, that's a lie.
Look at me, you can't do that. In fact, if you're talking to me correct, I will never look back.
That's not true.
Go on.
Okay, anyways, then, so yeah, that's the first week, the first few weeks in your city, in a new city, just try to adjust. I went to Brussels quite often in the first week because I had nothing to do in Leuven more, so I went to Brussels because there were some mutual friends I had in Brussels, so I had good time with them.
Fun.
But then eventually, I think you always adjust in
whatever city you're in. And make friends there.
Yeah, it's not impossible. You can always do subscriptions to the gym. You can make friends there. You can do subscription to the Crossfits.
Basically, I don't think you will need that because just walking around, you see everybody jumping on the road. Like they run every time. It's sunny, it's windy, it's rainy, it's snowing. Belgians run. They like running. They love. I saw someone one time. He had this, I think it was nylon on his body, like wore raincoat, and he was running in the rain.
That's cool.
It's crazy.
So yeah, that's how I think you will make your life here, and don't be shy to move out, because once you move out, then you know how many opportunities will open for you.
You also didn't talk about the language barrier.
So
when you went to Italy, did you feel the need to learn Italian? When you came here, did you feel the need to learn Dutch?
Yeah, so now let's do the comparison between two countries.
Okay,
that
yes.
I've been to 3 countries. I went to Italy, Germany, and Belgium.
Oh, is this your last program?
Yes,
Oh,
this is my last. So it's basically so I will tell you the comparison between 3 countries. Overall, I would say that I had the best experience in terms of social life. The best experience was Italy, and in terms of the more happening in terms of the finding opportunities like internship and things like that, it was Germany. And then in Belgium, I was looking for jobs because this is my last semester and I have to move on. So Belgium has also been good in that sense. But here, I would say the language barrier in Leuven is very less. Everyone speaks English because this is a student city. Everyone knows English, and they will always welcoming to speak in English. So that's good. In Germany, I felt okay, it was everybody understood but not willing to speak. Here people are also understanding and willing to speak.
Yeah.
In Germany people understand a lot but they're not willing to speak, and in Italy nobody understood and not willing to speak. So in Italy I felt the most need to learn Italian, but in German I don't have any basics of German as well, because I didn't learn it. I didn't get into it because everybody was answering me. In Leuven I don't even know one word of Dutch.
But you should know.
Yeah, it's always interesting. It's always interesting. Yeah, it's always interesting to learn new language if you're interested. But I had a lot of other things to do, so no.
So you did not learn anything?
I didn't learn anything in Dutch. I learned...
You're going to learn something today.
Okay.
Say smakelijk.
Smakelijk.
Guess what it means?
Good day.
Bon appetit.
Enjoy your meal.
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So I know because Italy forced me to learn their language, so I did learn little bit, not
Can you
much.
say something in Italian?
What do you want to say?
Say, I love you, beautiful girl.
Mi amo bella.
They didn't teach you the accent.
Yeah, I forgot. I did English accent. Mi amo bella.
We need a mixture. I can't stand this. No.
So, in comparison between Italy and other countries, I would say I had more fun in terms of social life, party. Italians are quite nice in terms of socializing. They like to make new friends, even though it's very difficult for them to speak in English or to know English. They're very rare case that people know English, but when they know, then they try to make the best out of you. And then if you learn their language, they will be your best friends. So don't worry about that. In Belgium, I don't know, but I have more Erasmus friends only here. So all of them speaks English, and it's good experience.
Don't make Belgian
except
friends.
for him. Yeah.
Yes, except for the Nigerians behind the camera. Even my house, I think all the Erasmus stick together. I don't see them with the Dutch students. No.
But yeah, because there's no point in that sense. But prices in Italy for everything is like super less because their living standard is less than the Germany and Dutch in Belgium. Because the salaries are different in different countries and the lifestyle is according to the salaries. So as a student, when you're not earning, for you, the best thing is to live in a country with less.
So you're allowed to work?
Yeah, so you're allowed to work, that's a good news, and you are allowed to work 20 hours per week. So, but for example, finding a job for me, like an odd job, like a delivery guy or a student job like you do in the restaurant, as a waiter, as a dishwasher, there are different jobs, there are different opportunities like this. But and then there are also opportunities like official internship in your field of study, so you can also do that. So for me, like my experience, I was doing both. So I was doing internship in the morning or job in like that was just to experience things.
Okay.
Because when you are out of home, you can do a lot of things that you can't do at home. So you should always experience and enjoy those things and make.
YOLO.
Yeah, yeah, because because here nobody is in that context of thinking of if you cannot do a particular job and if you can do this job and not this job. So just don't worry about anything and do whatever you want to do. So you have 20 hours per week. You can make a good amount of money in that.
In 20 hours, yeah.
In 20 hours per week, enough for your survival and for
Then
you.
some, yeah.
And then you or if you're an Erasmus student, this is for general everyone. But if you're an Erasmus student in Pacific, then you have scholarship as well, so you are covered.
You'll be balling.
Yeah.
Yes. Next question. What are the common misconceptions, myths about being an exchange student?
That they don't study.
Yes, do they study though?
Yeah, so example, there's much less pressure as compared to the normal students in the university, so you don't have much pressure, but then you obviously have to study and pass the courses because you have to in the end meet the 120 ECTS requirement to get the degree. So if you want the degree,
so there's no like not just passing, like you have to get a certain grade, like say the grading system is for Belgium is 20.
Okay.
There's no like you can't get
for
less
Italy
than
is 30.
okay, so you can't get less than 14 for example, even though the pass mark is like 10.
Yeah.
So is there like a requirement like that you don't just have to pass, you have to pass?
You have to pass.
To
the requirement,
well.
No, the requirement is to pass.
Oh, okay.
If you want to do well, you do it yourself or for yourself. There's no requirement.
There's no pressure to be. Oh, it's fantastic. It's a very beautiful scholarship. Because there's some scholarships that you do that you like you have to maintain a higher level of scholarship, so to speak. You are a scholar. That's what it gave you. You know, the scholarship. Well, from what I'm hearing now, you don't have to be a scholar to have the Erasmus scholarship.
No, but then you only got the scholarship because you were a scholar.
You were a scholar, so you don't have to remain a scholar.
No, because you don't understand. The point of this scholarship is for you to explore the world. So they understand the point that you cannot do both things together. So they say, okay, just pass the courses, but focus more on other things in life, like traveling,
going to Rotterdam. Nice.
Also. So Ryanair is best in terms of if you want to fly any place, it's super cheap. 10 euros to go to Germany, 15 euros to go to Spain.
What?
Yeah, that's really a budgeted airline. Apart from that, there are trains, but trains are quite expensive here in Europe. So, but they're like very nice, fast trains. You can reach your destination in less time. Very convenient in the city center. For airports, you have to go out of the city. So that's one thing. If you want to travel in the city, so in the city is very normal. You can always take the buses. The system is quite nice in Rome.
Yes.
I was living in Rome in Italy, and the bus system was nice.
Thank you for
Falling down.
Hey guys, thank you for joining us in this chit chat session about the Erasmus Mundus program, and it was nice having you, Moise.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna look forward to visiting you in Dubai and coming to your wedding. What?
Pay with smile.
Yes. Okay, thank you guys. Please subscribe, share, and like. And I need to say this: apply for the Erasmus Mundus scholarship. It's a chilled scholarship. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Ciao.